YBN want a thing up.
Alright. We've been getting beat up in this league. Matter of fact, we got stumped in this motherfucker. Let's see if we can start anew. A whole lot better. Let's see if we can get better.
Formation itself was a 2-4-5 nickel. This is another blitz out of my Dolphins/Giants keyword. You guys want to check that out. And the play itself is the nickel blitz 2. Now, I pretty much just use this as a scheme. You have some really good man blitzes like the Overstone Brave. I'm going to show you guys a full scheme, but first we're going to start off with the nickel blitz 2. On the offensive side, we're just going to go with something. We'll go with the gun bunch because obviously a ton of people use that. So we'll go with that. As always,
trying to get this running game going, baby.
You guys want to get your team up and support this channel at the same time. Every time you click that link in the description, you get pleasure that you support this channel. So I really appreciate you guys for doing that. As far as the set goes, the only thing you really have to do is blitz this guy here and bring him right down this gap between the guard and the center. If you come over here a little bit, sometimes it helps to get the cornerback off. If you come over here a little bit further, sometimes it helps to get the defensive end off on the other side. So you have some control over what you want to, or who you want to get free. There you can see the cornerback came in free. Any additional coverage adjustments I would make, I'd probably go over the top. Sometimes I run my cornerbacks at 25 yards so they don't get beat with streaks. I also like the baseline, show blitz, and baseline just so the safeties come down. Because any crossers, the safeties are pretty much going to, they're going to get in the way a lot better of early throws. And that's really what I'm counting on is early throws based off the fact that this defense typically gets pressure pretty quick. So we'll go ahead one more time. Like I said, cornerback comes in free, and we get a sack. A lot of times defensive end will come off also. I'm guessing everybody went out on a pattern. This guy here will get in a lot of times opposite pass blocking running back, but you can see it's 5-on-5, and we're getting instant pressure. So that's something that, obviously I would take all game. And then, you have to be aware of things over the middle. I mean, I really went to the outside because that's one of the weaknesses. But there's really not a lot open here. I mean, this is, based off of this pressure, what's really going to get open in that amount of time? I typically want to make sure I have my fastest cornerback outside here, which I really don't have right now. So that's something to be aware of. Just going to do this one more time. I can also pinch this guy here, pinch the defensive line, just to try to pull more spacing away. And we get that instant pressure again. As you can see, the quarterback gets hit, gets an incomplete pass. So there's a lot of different things. The pinching really would probably help most against the run, because if it's going to be an inside run, I keep forgetting the guy's pass too, but it's going to be an inside run. That's typically going to be, where it's going to go. And you can see, like I said, the pressure, the coverage, streaks aren't there post-patch. Like, the safeties play a lot better post-patch. So you can see we have very good coverage over the top. I'm guessing the pressure got in here. As you can see, we get pressure off that cornerback. But ultimately, like I said, even with these safeties pressed and playing down, pre-patch, they would get roasted by this. And you can see, even the cornerback is on top of it. So it's like he tries to go up top of the streak. That's just not there anymore when it comes to cover two. Gotcha, bitch. Like I said right there. I mean, like I said, cover two zone, definitely one of the better post-patch defenses. It does a much better job of taking away deep routes. Like I said, you can really go any number of gaps. You get an instant A gap that time, based off the fact that we moved that blitzer over. Like I said, I already showed you can go over the center. If I come over this side, you can see right here, it actually lets the A gap through. Not the A gap, it's more like a B gap, but still, he lets that guy go through, and then he basically picks up the cornerback. So there's a lot of different things you can do by basically, moving along the line. So baseline, show blitz, baseline is pretty much my favorite setup there. So I'll keep coming over here, and then I'll basically just guess pass. That's the most important part. I said occupy that guard. See, that cornerback comes around the running back and the tackle on that play for an instant sack. Like I said, this isn't necessarily the fastest cornerback. I said I typically want my fastest cornerback or my best cornerback. I don't even know if that's a cornerback. That might be a safety. I have no idea who that guy is. But on this play here, he just comes ripping around the play action and the tackle, which, like I said, typically it'll happen this way. If the running back is on the other side, which you typically want to run this blitzer off the edge opposite the running back, he'll get around that running back, even if the running back is blocking. So this is a 5-man on 6.
Alright, this
Blockers,
thing
he
going.
still gets right around it, and at the end of the play, you got 2 guys blocking nobody. So baseline, show those baselines, do it one more time. It doesn't really matter what gap you come down into. Like, I come all the way over here, and it should have the same success. It's just going to pull the line over. You see that cornerback's coming off the edge. Like lightning speed again, Cam Newton doesn't stand out with Mac Jones. I'm still expecting Cam Newton to be out here. So, like I said, just really fast pressure off the blitz. It doesn't matter what gap you stand in front of. I just find that, sometimes you get pressure a little bit quicker. I find the most success was staying down in the gap next to this guy. But you can get it from pretty much anywhere. So I got 2 more plays for the scheme, but like I said, this particular play is not necessarily the best. So that play's a really good blitz. It's a really good outside run defense because of the blitzing cornerback, but it's not a very good inside run defense. So you're always going to want to have that in your audibles. I would say my... For the cheapest, fastest, most reliable butt coins in the market, check out my coin sponsors at AOEAH.com and use discount code MONEY for 3% off. Link in the description below. Welcome back, Money Team. This is Mad Money Shot. Snip at the man. She's as always got another defensive video for you guys today. I'm going to show you guys a blitz that I've been using and having a lot of success with online. I just put out a gameplay from this. I'll have a link in the description below if you guys want to check that out. But ultimately, this is one of the better pass defenses since the patch is honestly a very good coverage as well. I feel like cover 2 zone definitely got better. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you guys the breakdown. But if you guys want to see more videos like this, as always, hit the like button and let me know in the comment section. Other than that, let's go and get right into the play. The formation itself was a 2-4-5 nickel. This is another blitz out of my Dolphins/Giants ebook. Link in the description if you guys want to check that out. And the play itself is the nickel blitz 2. Now, I pretty much just use this as a scheme. I mean, you have some really good man blitzes like the Overstorm Brave. I'm going to show you guys a full scheme, but first we're going to start off with the nickel blitz 2. On the offensive side, we're just going to go with something. We'll go with the gun bunch because obviously a ton of people use that. So we'll go with that. As always, this video is brought to you by my coin sponsor at AOEAH.com. If you guys want to get your team up and support this channel at the same time, every time you click that link in the description and get coins from them, you support this channel. So I really appreciate you guys for doing that. As far as the setup goes, the only thing you really have to do is blitz this guy here and bring him right down this gap between the guard and the center. If you come over here a little bit, sometimes it helps to get the cornerback off. If you come over here a little bit further, sometimes it helps to get the defensive end off on the other side. So you have some control over what you want to, or who you want to get free. There you can see the cornerback came in free. Any additional coverage adjustments I would make, I'd probably go over the top. Sometimes I run my cornerbacks at 25 yards so they don't get beat with streaks. I also like the base of the line, show blitz, and base of the line just so the safeties come down. If there's any crossers, the safeties are pretty much going to, they're going to get in the way a lot better of early throws. And that's really what I'm counting on, early throws, based off the fact that this defense typically gets pressure pretty quick. So we'll go ahead one more time. Like I said, cornerback comes in free, and we get a sack. A lot of times defensive end will come off also. I'm guessing everybody went out on a pattern. This guy here will get in a lot of times opposite pass blocking running back, but you can see him, it's a 5-on-5, and we're getting instant pressure. So that's something that, obviously I would take all game. And then, you have to be aware of things over the middle. I mean, I really went to the outside because that's one of the weaknesses. But there's really not a lot open here. I mean, this is, based off of this pressure, what's really going to get open in that amount of time? I typically want to make sure I have my fastest cornerback outside here, which I really don't have right now.
It's a taste of fall, the day not to miss.
Werther's original limited edition harvest caramels. Discover the original fall flavor.
Everybody ready?
Totally ready.
3,
2,
1.
Who are you people?
Unlikely heroes up against impossible odds.
Stop. I'm blushing. Haven't done this in a while.
How did you? Oh, right, you. Let's move.
So that's something to be aware of. Just going like this one more time. I can also pinch this guy here, pinch the defensive line, just to try to pull more spacing away. And then we get that instant pressure again. As you can see, the quarterback gets hit, gets an incomplete pass. So there's a lot of different things. The pinching really would probably help most against the run, because if it's going to be an inside run, I keep forgetting the guy's pass too, but it's going to be an inside run. That's typically going to be, where it's going to go.
Well, so much for that.
The coverage streaks aren't there post patch. Like the
But
safeties
catch
play a
me
lot better
on Call
post
of
patch.
Duty,
So you see we have
goddammit.
very good coverage over the top. I'm guessing the pressure got in here.
Switch
You
it up.
see we get pressure off that cornerback, but